Hi, I'm Terry Kolath. I'm here today with Jay Kelly Wright of the Estuary. He is going to provide a very interesting program in the Academy of Lifelong Learning for us, and we're going to tell you a little bit about it today. Thank you for joining me, Jay.
You're welcome.
Good to have you here. Now, you have given us presentations in the past that have helped us to understand the political system, the legal system a little bit better. And this one, you've chosen a fascinating title, Hail to the Redskins, Sports Team Logos, Confederate Flags, and the First Amendment. I know you're going to pull this all together for us, but it sounds a lot like symbols, is it?
It is about symbols, and I picked Hail to the Redskins because it's a professional team that's very close to my heart, the Washington Redskins. But when I was planning the topic, I was struck by lots of very public controversy about symbols, flags, statues, portraits in city halls and courthouses, and sports team logos and names, and even conduct, which has provoked controversy because some people say, I find this offensive. Confederate flags bother some people, statues bother some people. Athletes taking a knee during the national anthem, some people are offended by that. And my hometown football team, the Redskins, their name and logo has been under challenge for years. They're not the only team for that. So what struck me also is that in our great American tradition, a lot of these controversies end up in the courts. And that's really what I'll be talking about. How we deal with symbols, and in particular, when some people ask the government remove these, it's offensive to me, and other people say it's not offensive to me, or, well, it's part of our history and we should just live with it. What can the government do?
And what should the government do?
What should the government do? I'll be talking mostly about what, if anything, the government must do, and what the government is prohibited from doing. And my focus is going to be on an argument that you hear frequently, which is people bring up the First Amendment to the Constitution, free speech rights. And you hear that on all sides of the debate. Some people say, if you want to take this down, you're violating my free speech rights, and that I'm protected. No one can take that away. And other people say, no. The First Amendment actually forbids what you want to do because I have to be exposed to it. So at the end of the presentation, I'm not going to try to get agreement on what's offensive or not offensive, but we can reach agreement on what the rules right now are. Of course, we can always think, well, maybe we should change the rules, and maybe we can, although in some cases that might take a constitutional amendment.
Right.
But that's what I'll be talking about.
And also, if a ruling is made in favor of one opinion or the other over these symbols, are the people who are exercising their right to speak about these symbols protected?
Absolutely, the issue arises, and whether people are protected and how much depends very much on the context. So, for example, this maybe delves into more detail than you want in this interview, but the First Amendment is really about what the government can and cannot do. So you have a First Amendment right to wear a T-shirt that has a message that you want people to see. You have a right to do that on the streets of Fort Myers.
Right.
But if your employer says, look, don't show up to work in that T-shirt, it's bothering some people and it affects what we're getting done. The First Amendment doesn't really address that. It's about government. So at Shell Point, if I want to wear a T-shirt to my presentation, you might say, Jay, I'm not so sure that that's a good T-shirt. And if you insist on wearing it, maybe we won't give this presentation.
I never thought of
I'm
checking.
not going to wear a T-shirt.
I've never thought of checking
Unless it's a
outfits.
maybe I should wear a Redskins T-shirt.
Someone with all of your background still brings humor and joy to the topic you're discussing.
Well, I hope it'll be that way. I look forward to, I always like as much audience interaction as we can have, so I'm hoping it'll be the kind of topic that stimulates that.
Well, I hope you'll join us. This is a little sneak peek of what will happen when you join us for this talk on the First Amendment with J. Kelly Wright.